I'm finally back. So we finally got all of our bits at the house sorted, so we can actually start doing some build plans again. So we're just going to do a nice simple one. It's just going to be an Octagon build plan. Luckily I got all of these bits from a scrap project I had next door, so I didn't even have to go grab material, and I need some planters at the house. So we're just going to go ahead and make a couple of these Octagon plant pot holder things. So we're going to do 45-degree cuts, and 8 of them each layer. There's going to be, I think I'm going to do 4 layers. So we'll do 4 layers, cut them, build it all together, screw it all together, place them on top of each other, screw them down onto the top of each other, and then probably just going to use like a little like bag sort of. I haven't quite figured it out yet. I think I'm just going to use like a bag to actually hold the plant, because I don't really want to put bottoms on them. It just seems a bit of a waste of time. It's just a quick, simple, easy project that I need and someone might find useful. So let's crack on, let's get into it. Done. I've only cut up three lots for now, just because I'm not sure if I want to do 4, so I'll do these 3, assemble these 3, see what it looks like. If we need another one, we'll chuck another one in there. So all we're going to do now is just position them to make sure they're not bad. So outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, and that ain't bad. We'll go with that. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to pilot. I got some little, I think these are 1 1/4 inch. They're a little bit shy. You could probably do with using 1.5 inch, but I ain't got any, so 1 1/4 inch it'll have to be. Pilot, screw. You could glue it, you can glue it if you want to. I'm not going to. I just, honestly, I'm not that fussed with cleaning up the mess, and this is just scrap wood anyway. Yeah, I mean, it's probably best to glue it, especially if you're putting them out in the sun and stuff. They'll want to move, and well, I probably should, because I'm using these short screws as well, but I'm not going to bother. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. So we're just going to bang pilots in these. Sit them on a flat surface. Probably best to just give it one more little. Just so it don't move. Ain't bad. We'll go with that. They pull up nicely with these 1 1/4 inch anyway. But I would recommend using 1.5 inch. I think 1.5 inch would work. Yeah, he's still getting a good chunk of meat in there, so. Right, let's fire away, get these all assembled. We'll do this one, and then I'll bang the other ones together off the camera, and then we'll put it together. Risk it. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's pulled that in nicely. Probably won't sit. Oh no, it's actually not bad. Alright, there's one. There's one. So I'll fire those other ones together for you. I won't do that on camera. And then we'll fix them together. We're back. So I actually did 4, but I fixed that one together, put it on there, and then it was a little bit tall, so I think we're just going to go with 3. They haven't come out too bad. You can tell there is a little bit of give in them. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chuck some clamps on them. We'll clamp them, see if we can get the drill in there at a bit of an angle. I've got some screws that hopefully aren't too long. I'm a little bit shy with screws at the moment. I need to go buy some more, but so yeah, we'll chuck clamps on there, clamp them together, put some screws in them, see if we can pull them up nice and tight. Probably give it a quick sand. They don't line up too bad, to be honest. There's a couple of them that aren't great, but that is what it is. Like I said, these aren't all exactly the same size, so I wasn't expecting it to be perfect. So let's chuck a clamp on there. And chuck one on this side. You see there's a couple little bumps here and there, but we'll chuck the sander on there and I'm sure it will all feather together quite nicely. So now let's see how well we can pull them together. Right, we'll take the clamps off, see how much that pulls back, and I can always chuck them back on in areas where it needs to be pulled up. See what it looks like. It's actually not bad. There's a few like there, but because these are different sizes, we're almost touching there. There's a plant pot at the end of the day, you know what I mean? That side's pretty good. Let's stick with that. Right, I'm gonna give it a quick sand, and then we'll come up with a little idea so the plant can sit in there. So I'll be back once I've given it a sand. There we have it. I just gave it a quick sand, nothing crazy, just to take off the sharp edges, and then just chuck some stain back on it, that red oak stain. And it's come out pretty good. Can't complain with that. For some scrap wood. So all I'm going to do now is I think I'm just going to put a bag in here, staple it to the edges, cut it off, and that'll do. So let's have a just quick go at doing that. You might want to make it so it suits the bottom a bit more, matches the bottom a bit more, but the palm that I'm putting in is actually quite small, so we should be fine. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There you go, there you have it. Simple, easy, made of scraps. Probably take you an hour, 2 hours to build. Nothing crazy, cheap, just 2x4s. I'll put the plan up on my Etsy store if you really want to go and buy that, but essentially it's just 7-inch, 45 degrees, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them, however many you want. Clamp them together, screw them together, give it a sand, give it a stain. You might want to use something like a pool liner or pond liner or something to actually put in here. I just had this bag, so that's all I used, but I don't see why it won't work. But anyways, there you have it. Nice and easy, simple. On to the next one. Peace.